Hey everyone, welcome to Data Millennials. I'm Atul and in this video we are going to discuss about numeric function in math module. So in this video we are going to learn about the functions that are used in our day-to-day basis, very basic functions within the math module. So we will be looking at the functions that is used with number theory as well as representation theory such as finding the factorial of a number. The math module in Python offers a variety of numeric functions that are used for mathematical calculations, and we will discuss certain or few numerical functions along with example and use cases. So the first use case that we are going to discuss about is finding the ceiling and the floor value. Ceil value means the smallest integer value greater than the number that has been given, and the floor value means the greatest integer value smaller than the given number. This can be easily calculated using the ceil and floor method. So this is the ceil method and this is the floor method. So if we talk about the syntax of this, then you simply have to use math.ceil and math.floor. Over here, in both of these functions, you would have an argument x. So this x is nothing but a numerical expression. And this ceil function returns the smallest integer than this x which you have given. On the contrary part, this math.floor function returns the largest integer but not greater than this x numerical value which you have given. So let's write a simple Python code that imports the math module, assign the value 5.3 to a variable user input, and then calculates and print the ceiling and the floor value of the user value. So let's say that I have a user value equal to 5.3. So I have initialized the user value variable with 5.3, and then I'm going to print the ceil of 5.3 is, and I can simply use math.ceil and I'll use this user value over here. Now if I run it, okay, I'm getting error because I have given x over here. Let me comment it out. So let me run it again, and you can see that the ceil value of 5.3 is 6. Okay. Now similarly, if I use the floor value over here, math.floor for the same number 5.3, let's see what value we would get. So if I run this, you can see that we are getting 5. Now let's move to the next topic, which is the factorial of a number. So in our previous videos, we have literally written a code to find the factorial of a given number. But think from this perspective that in math module, you already have a function factorial which can give you the value of factorial of a given number. So in our previous videos, we have written a code that will give the factorial of 5, which is 120. And let me show you how you can use this factorial function with a single line that will give you the output. But before that, let's understand factorial function. So using the factorial function, we can find the factorial of a number in a given single line of code. While using the factorial function, we have to note that an error message will displayed if the number is not integer. And the syntax of this factorial function is math.factorial, and then you have this x which is the argument, and this x is nothing but a numerical expression, and this will return the factorial of the desired number which you have given as x. So let's say that I have the input value equal to 5. Now if I want to find the factorial of this number, I can simply use math.factorial, and I can give this input value. Let me put the print statement over here saying that the factorial of input value, which is 5, is, I have to give quotes over here, again a quote, then this. So now if I run it, Okay, I'm getting an error saying that math has no attribute factorial. Again, I did a spelling mistake over here. So let me run it again. So we are getting the output as the factorial of 5 is 120. So in our previous videos, when we have written the code for factorial, we have to write the code in 5 lines. Over here, you can get the factorial with a single line using this function from the math module. Now let's talk about GCD, which is greatest common divisor. So the greatest common divisor of two numbers is the largest positive integer that can divide both the numbers without leaving a remainder. In other words, it is the highest number that both numbers can be divided by evenly. So let's take a simple example that suppose we want to find the GCD of 24 and 36. So if we talk about the factors of 24, then we would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12 and 24 itself. Similarly for 36 it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, then 6, 9, 12, 18 and 36 itself, right? Now if we talk about the common factors between them, then we would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 and we have 12. Out of these, if we see the largest positive integer, the common between these factors, then we would have 12. So ideally our output should be 12 if we are finding the GCD of 24 and 36, right? So this was the manual process or the calculation process that you would follow in your copy if you're doing or if you're finding the GCD step by step. But if we simply put math.gcd and if we take this number 24, 36 and if I run it, okay, I have given the GCD over here in uppercase, it should be in smaller case. So if I run it now, you can see that we have 12. Now the last numerical function that we are going to discuss in this video is the Fabs. So if you want to find the absolute value, then you can use this Fabs function. And this Fabs function will return you the absolute value of a given number. So your argument would be x, and x is nothing but a numerical expression, and it will return you the absolute value of the number. So let's go and write a simple example and see how we can use this Fabs function. So let's say that I have an input value equal to -10, okay, and you have to convert this -10 into a positive number. In that case, what you can do is that you can simply use the math.abs function and you will give the argument as input value. Let me put a statement over here. The absolute value of the given number is, and if I run it now, okay, I might have given abs over here. It should be FABS Fabs. So if I run it now, then you can see that the absolute value of the given number is 10. So you have given a negative integer over here, and this Fabs function from math module will convert it into a positive number. So these are the common numerical function in math module. Happy learning and see you in the next video.